Coming up on this special edition of Fulton Today, from the 2019 budget and services and programs that will stay and go, to the county's major planning effort underway to prepare for Super Bowl 53. We'll also reveal the new official look of Fulton's brand and share how Fulton Films will impact the new Hollywood of the South. Those stories, plus details on the plan for public safety, health services, libraries, and arts in this special year-ahead edition of Fulton Today. Welcome to this special edition of Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker, and Happy New Year. This year is already presenting a major to-do list for Fulton County leaders. First things first, finalize and approve the 2019 official budget. Next, finalize the official ask for state lawmakers ahead of this year's legislative session. And finalize the official county plan for the biggest game of the year, Super Bowl 53. And the latter is where we begin. A full team of county executives is strategizing about how to best do its part in hosting the National Football League's championship matchup. Fulton's emergency management director, the police chief, medical examiner, and county manager are all a part of this team, along with over a dozen more, all trying to ensure that thousands of visitors to the city and county enjoy the 10 days of activities in a safe environment. FGTV's Brian Robinson has more on this story. Brian?
Shania, Fulton officials have been meeting for over a year now on the planning efforts for the Super Bowl. And with the big game just weeks away, there's still more planning to do.
A deep dive today about Super Bowl 53 and all the things that have occurred over the last 2 years.
It is the people in this very strategy room at the Fulton County Government Center who are coordinating the county's role and responsibilities for the biggest professional football game of the year. From the county manager and the police chief to the medical examiner and many other executives, there is a lot to get down before kickoff begins.
Fulton County Sheriff's Office is going to be providing a major role in securing the operation. Our marshal partners, 911 emergency services, emergency management. There's so many different public safety partners that are going to go ahead and support the city of Atlanta in this particular initiative.
In fact, in this room will be a packed house of emergency personnel during and before the big day.
So our Emergency Operations Center is also a multi-agency coordination center. So what we'll be doing is bringing in all of our medical providers. We do this for major activations for the Peachtree Road Race, Chick-fil-A kickoff classics, for Peach Drop, things along those lines. We bring in the trauma hospitals, we bring in other medical providers, we bring in our NGOs, Red Cross, Salvation Army, things along those lines, our public health partners, and we poise them ready to go ahead and be prepared should the catastrophic situation does occur.
Fulton's environmental health team is also planning to avoid any catastrophes from occurring related to food services. It's why they have been training for several months ahead of the February event.
It's very important to have a class like this, especially for a big event of this scale. There are a lot of moving pieces, and it's very important to bring everyone together to understand roles and responsibilities. So on the game day and the 10-day operational period, everyone's prepared and providing the best service possible for Fulton County.
Not only are food establishments being inspected, but so too are hotels. It is a lot of work for the environmental health inspectors.
Fulton County is ready more than any other municipality that's had the Super Bowl before, so I'm very confident. And we started way back in May, so when Super Bowl comes, we'll be ready.
And these top executives will make sure that the 911 center will also be on standby, as will law enforcement and the ME and her staff, all hoping for the best but prepared for the worst. Now, the Fulton County Government Center is right in the middle of all the action because it is just blocks away from Mercedes-Benz stadiums. And because of that, county officials have not yet decided whether or not business will take place on the Thursday and Friday leading up to the big game. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Thank you, Brian. Now, to get all of the details of the Super Bowl activities, please visit atlsuperbowl53.com. Now to the county's financial plan for the year. Discussions on the 2019 proposed budget continue. Near the end of 2018, the Board of Commissioners was presented the county's spending and savings plan for 2019. Since then, the county has hosted multiple community engagement meetings where citizens could offer their thoughts about the proposed budget. The talks continued when Fulton commissioners and leaders called a special budget work session.
Good morning. Thank you all for allowing the public to comment on this important budget that impacts all of Fulton County residents.
Now here's a look at the 2019 proposed budget at a glance. Finance officials proposed an operating budget of $1.1 billion, including $702 million for the general fund. That's a $29 million increase from the 2018 adopted budget of $673 million. Now, highlights of the proposal include permanent funding for the Justice Reinvestment Initiative and a $2 million investment in the county's behavioral health initiative. To help boost this initiative, Fulton leaders are seeking matching funding from the state. Commissioners will again discuss the proposed plan at their regular meeting on January 9th. By state law, the board must adopt a budget in January. Meetings between Fulton leaders and the county's delegation are well underway ahead of the 2019 Georgia General Assembly, and while the majority of those meetings have focused on behavioral health, both parties still have plenty to discuss before and during the Gold Dome session. FGTV's Daryl Carver has a preview.
When the 2019 Georgia legislative session begins in 2 weeks, the Gold Dome will be full of lawmakers discussing the state's future.
Fran Calhoun, Intergovernmental Affairs Director, and our entire department are all excited about the 2019 session, especially working with our newly elected Governor Brian Kemp and his administration, as well as our Fulton legislation, many of whom are also newly elected. The first few months of the year are always the most exciting for our division, and we are looking forward to hitting the ground running on behalf of our citizens.
As day one of the session nears, Fulton County and its delegation not only include talks for a new and improved health model, Fulton leaders are also seeking stronger enforcement of anti-sex trafficking legislation. In the proposed 2019 operating budget for Fulton County, Fulton's finance team is seeking $2 million to provide additional behavioral health services. The goal is to seek the state's assistance with helping those suffering with mental health issues in the community.
That would help, obviously, not only provide better service to citizens, but also suppress some of the demand against the justice system.
With Fulton County having among the highest number of human trafficking cases each year, and law enforcement officials dubbing the Super Bowl the biggest sex trafficking event in America, Fulton leaders want to change the county's image. Current legislation requires government buildings, truck stops, bus stations, and bars to post anti-sex trafficking language. Fulton County is seeking to extend those requirements to restaurants, convenience stores, and gas stations.
So we're looking forward to having those postings expanded so that more of our businesses in Fulton County are able to assist any victims who are out there.
The 2019 Georgia legislative session starts January 14th. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Daryl Carver.
Thank you, Daryl. A lot is on tap for Fulton's justice partners. Speaking of the new legislative session, District Attorney Paul Howard is hoping to get help from state lawmakers on his idea of restricting records of nonviolent felony offenders. Now, if the legislation passes, Georgia would become the 26th state to allow record restrictions of nonviolent misdemeanors and nonviolent felonies. Meanwhile, Fulton's chief magistrate judge confirms that misdemeanor mental health court will return. Defendants who are either in jail or appear in court for a misdemeanor crime and who are deemed to have a mental health condition can voluntarily join the program and have charges dropped upon completion. Magistrate Court has also implemented digital recordings for the public to access.
And this is a great thing because it allows the litigants an opportunity to have a copy of their cases if that's what they want, and it keeps a record of what is happening in court, which protects the litigants as well as protects the judges.
Superior Court will also resume its highly successful accountability court programs in the new year. Not only does the program save lives, but it also helps to eliminate jail overcrowding. And Fulton County is getting a brand new look this new year. The visual identity refresh includes a new logo, color palette, and branding policy. This is the first major update to Fulton's visual identity since 1989. The oak tree, which is central to Fulton County's established brand, is emblematic of strength, growth, and dependability. The open circle around the tree suggests an open, inclusive, and transparent organization. Now, the primary colors of blue and orange represent security and trustworthiness, as well as vibrancy and creativity.
We are so excited about Fulton County's new logo. It's a great new look and feel. And most of all, we're excited that we were able to do this project with internal resources in external affairs. That means that taxpayers did not incur any additional cost for this rebranding effort. We know citizens are going to love it, employees are going to love it, and we're looking forward to a great 2019.
The visual identity refresh will be a rolling implementation. Though key signage projects are currently underway, signage and other permanent infrastructure will be updated over time. And still to come on this special edition of Fulton Today, Fulton Commissioners forecast the work ahead for 2019. It's in our district-by-district coverage next. A new year means new priorities for Fulton County Commissioners. Here is their look ahead in this week's district-by-district coverage.
This is Fulton County Commission Chairman Rob Pitts, and I'm really excited about a new year, 2019. First of all, the opportunity to work with new leadership in our capital city, Mayor Bottoms, and of course new leadership at the state of Georgia and our Governor Brian Kemp. So I think that the future really looks bright for the three of us working together for the betterment of the state of Georgia, Fulton County, and the city of Atlanta. Now, bringing you back home to Fulton County, we're going to continue our work on ending sex trafficking in Fulton County. We have a brand new branding campaign for Fulton County. You'll see a brand new look. We're going to continue to work to improve our criminal justice system, specifically as that relates to mental health and reducing the jail population. And of course, we always want to do more and more and more and better for our seniors. And we're at last really getting off the ground with a brand new animal shelter for Fulton County. So that's just a preview of things to come in 2019. It's going to be a fantastic year. And I always say, Fulton County, Georgia is a big deal.
As we enter the new year, I want to let you know a few things that we'll be focused on in Fulton County. We will be working to continue our efforts to improve our transportation network with the possibility of going to the voters for a referendum on transit expansion throughout Fulton County. We are working to expand our behavioral health services, and we will also be working on economic development initiatives such as improving our corporate airport out at Charlie Brown. So we're working for you, and we welcome your feedback. Anytime that we can help you, please do not hesitate to contact my office. Again, I'm Liz Houseman, your District 1 Commissioner.
I'm Commissioner Bob Ellis. It's hard to believe that 2019 is here. Just like every year, we've got a lot of stuff ahead of us. A lot of exciting things, but a few of the things that I'm excited about are the improvements to our facilities. Certainly we saw a few years back the excitement that came as we opened up new libraries. We've got a bunch of renovation projects that are going to be taking place. Some of them are underway right now. We've got some libraries that are closed, but the output of those and what they're going to look like once they're done, I'm excited about that for our citizens. I think it's going to be a really positive experience and something that they're going to be excited about when they see the new work product. We've got a lot of investment that we're putting into our main buildings here at the courthouse and the government building, and we've got a multitude of citizens that are coming in and out here every day, and we think the enhancements here are going to be terrific as well. So those are just a few of the things that I'm definitely excited about. Certainly we've got a lot of things that we're going to continue to work on, improvements in terms of transportation, working with the state in terms of transit. We've made a lot of headway, but now we got to get a few things over the edge and start sort of this long-range execution around some transit projects outside the city of Atlanta. And we've got some customer service things that we've been working on. We see each year incremental improvements in customer services to our citizens. And we've got some facility things that are going to help facilitate that. But definitely what we're seeing, the biggest impact has been the willingness of our employees to be engaged with our citizens and seek to find solutions, and that culture continues to build. And I'm excited to see that on into 2019 as well.
For 2019, I think the citizens of District 3 are going to continue to be focused on property tax issues. We're going to continue to work hard to keep the cost of government down. We're going to continue to work hard to try to make sure that the property tax appraisal system is fair and that citizens feel like they have a voice in trying to make sure that they're taxed appropriately on their property.
In 2019, our District 4 seniors can look forward to more guided tours of the Atlanta Beltline. I will also continue to sponsor the annual Joan P. Garner Walk and Health Fair. And after reaching nearly 400 students in 2018, I look forward to hosting my annual CEOs of Tomorrow Youth Conference. It has truly been a pleasure to serve you in 2018, and I look forward to serving you in 2019 and beyond. Happy New Year to you and your family.
Hello, my name is Marvin Arrington Jr., Fulton County Commissioner for District 5. I'm excited about a lot of the accomplishments that we made in 2018. We started our Living Out Loud program, which allowed access to our art centers for seniors throughout Fulton County. We expanded that into Phase 2, and it has been well received by Fulton County residents. Additionally, we've done a great job in attempting to address our food desert problem through our geo-agricultural workshops. They've been featured at our libraries and at other Fulton County facilities, including our senior centers. In 2019, I look forward to continuing these efforts and working with the rest of my colleagues to continue to make Fulton County a better place for all Fulton County residents. Thank you for your support. Have a wonderful and safe, happy New Year.
We will continue working with our colleagues and speaking with you as integral parts of the decision-making process to help us decide how we can meet our needs and at the same time preserve the future for our children and our grandchildren. In other words, friends and neighbors, sustainable development is more than good construction. Sustainable development is also good community development. So we look forward to working with you in sustainable development by sharing your ideas with respect to housing, good schools, affordable housing, those kinds of external factors without which there is no livable community. Thank you so much for all that we've done this year. And together in 2019, we will continue to get it done.
And Happy New Year to you, Commissioners. When Fulton Today returns, Fulton's Board of Health reveals its game plan for the Super Bowl and the health services it's offering in the new year. Stay with us. Welcome back to this special edition of Fulton Today, our look at the year ahead. We turn our attention now to the work on tap for one of the county's busiest departments. Fulton's Board of Health has its hands full with not only the day-to-day health services it provides, but also the HIV/AIDS campaign and even the Super Bowl. In the halls of the Fulton Board of Health headquarters, team members have already drafted the plan for 2019. And yes, while the environmental health professionals are implementing the final stages of their big Super Bowl inspections and related work just a few weeks from the game, here is what the department's communications director has detailed as the major priorities. An enhanced push of the social media drive for the HIV/AIDS campaign. The Board of Health launched the hashtag campaign Stop HIV ATL in 2018. to get the attention of the group that is most at risk, the younger population. Now, in 2019, the idea is to use more resources to market the campaign, an idea the county manager supported during its kickoff.
It really is a media-focused campaign that really not only drives awareness about HIV in our community, but more importantly, the preventative steps that all of us can take, whether it's in being tested, taking medication, and or just safe practices.
The next Board of Health priority is expanding outreach for the maternal and child health program, a program that promotes the healthy development and well-being of children residing in Fulton County, and a program that was highlighted last fall, along with its new hearing testing services that is available this year.
Hearing often is something that parents don't think about when there are challenges with hearing, and so this is a state-of-the-art booth. It's located here at the Oak Hill Family Community Center, and so you just need to call the Oak Hill Center and make an appointment for your children to get that hearing screening.
And another Board of Health priority is to forge forward with accreditation with the Public Health Accreditation Board, the nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and protecting the health of the public by advancing and ultimately transforming the quality and the performance of state, local, tribal, and territorial public health departments. But these priorities will be just a few of the major ongoing initiatives and work to be done by the Board of Health. There is a calendar full of Observance Month events, including all of the popular programs like the PrEP Rally in February, along with the Go Red events, and of course, the breast cancer awareness campaigns in October, just to name a few. Now, to get a full look of the Fulton County Board of Health 2019 programs and services, visit their website at fultoncountyboh.org. Good news this new year, the ever-popular Fulton Fresh Mobile Market, well, it will be back. For several weeks in the summer and now even in the fall, Fulton's Cooperative Extension Team offers nutrition classes.
So for a lot of people, if they are used to preparing their foods in a traditional way, like the way that parents used to prepare, this may be a new opportunity for them to learn how to prepare in a more healthier way, not just for them, but for their families as well.
Those who participate in the class also have access to the free fruit and vegetables, courtesy of some of the local farmers. 2019, yes sir, the service will return. Now be sure to follow the Fulton Cooperative Extension Office on the county's website and also on its social platforms. And another popular county service is also gearing up for an active 2019. We're talking about senior services.
2019 is going to be an exciting year for the Department of Senior Services. We're going to continue to provide very important, critical programs that support the overall well-being of our senior residents in Fulton County, and to make sure that we partner with them to achieve their healthy aging goals.
Fulton County residents must sign up as a participant at one of the county senior facilities to take part in the mini classes. There are also monthly meetings at the centers to learn about the events and programs. Call the county's official Star Line to get details. And when this special edition of Fulton Today returns, I'll look at the list of libraries scheduled to reopen in the new year. Well, in 2018, state officials boasted about the $9.5 billion impact of the film and entertainment industry in Georgia. Well, in 2019, Fulton is planning to increase its presence in the industry. The Fulton Films Division already has some blockbuster projects planning to do business on county property this year. Most notably, the Bad Boys 3 movie will be filming here with actors Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. In addition to a number of productions filming on county property in 2019, Fulton is also partnering with the City of Atlanta and DeKalb County for a number of summits and industry-related events.
One of the things we want to do is do more marketing about the facilities we have here in Fulton County and work with our internal partners related to marketing those facilities as well.
Fulton Films will also be working closely with the county's Arts and Culture Department on training opportunities for those aspiring to be in the industry. We'll have much more on that later in the year. Some libraries that have been closed for renovations are now scheduled to reopen in 2019. In February, the Dogwood, Southwest, Kirkwood, Washington Park, and West End Library branches will be back in business. The Sandy Springs Library will follow suit in May, as will the Roswell Library in August. And once again, the Atlanta Fulton Public Library System is bringing back its popular programs. Staples such as the Summer Reading Program, Read Across America Day that celebrates Dr. Seuss's birthday, and Library Card Sign-Up Month in September are all on tap to return. And with many libraries, including Central Library, closed for renovations, patrons will still have access to their library needs thanks to programs like the Pop-Up Library and Lawn Library.
Additionally, we'll be doing a lot more outreach, and you'll start seeing the library more in the community, especially with some of the branches that will be closed for renovations. We're getting staff to really think outside of the building and getting them out into the community to provide programming, maybe at a local Y, maybe at a local art center. Wherever we can really find the location and the space and get the people there, we want to come out and provide services.
To learn more, you can log on to afpls.org. The show will go on for the Arts and Culture Department in 2019. Director Lionel Thomas shares what residents can expect in the new year and what he's looking forward to most.
In 2019, we're looking to be bigger, bolder, and better to serve our residents as best we can with our activities and the services that we provide to them. We're looking to expand our programs throughout the county to all the districts and to be transparent, open, and fair in our planning process. Speaking about planning, we will kick off the year with a cultural action plan that will begin to evaluate our programs and provide a plan for the next 5 years of how we can better serve our residents and benchmark those against best practices across the country. We're excited about it. We are the oldest local arts agency in the country, and we are the largest funder of arts in the state of Georgia. Through our Contract for Services program, we provide $1,550,000, which is the largest amount of money that is given away by any entity in the state. We will continue to provide that to artists and arts organizations so that they can make a mark in the communities. Our 5 art centers will continue to grow their programs, and we will continue to also, with our partnerships with other internal partners, such as the Department of Senior Services through the Living Out Loud program, which has been very successful over the last several years, providing free programming to seniors throughout the county and our art centers. We will continue to partner with FGTV through our Art Speaks program, which brings exposure and awareness to the arts. And we will also work with Fulton Film to expand film in the Fulton County as well. So we're excited about next year. We're going to be bigger, bolder, and better.
Thanks, Lionel. We look forward to working with you in 2019. Well, as we wrap up this special edition of Fulton Today, we invite you to connect with us online. Be sure to follow FGTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for up-to-date Fulton County news. And you can watch a replay of this show or any other FGTV program anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this special edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County. Happy New Year, everybody.